If you've ever heard of a Raspberry Pi, you probably know of it as a single-board computer with quite a community behind it. This particular model is the Zero, and it only costs $5. The Pi Zero is small as you can see, so there's not much to it. The micro SD card slot is on one side, there's the micro USB ports, one is used for power, and the mini HDMI. Just like with other models, the Zero features 40 GPIO pins. Also a pad labeled Run, which is used to reset the device. And just below that, you will find a pad labeled TV, which is used to hook up older displays. When the Zero was released, it sold out every single unit within 24 hours. So many of you, probably like me, had to wait for the second release. I chose to buy the Zero Essentials Kit. In the Zero Essentials Kit, you will find, the essentials to getting your Pi Zero up and running, with the exception of the SD card and maybe a computer mouse. Also included are some other goodies, such as these rubber feet, and pretty much any pin you need for any angle. I personally like to use the female header, because it works perfect for any sort of breadboard project, like I demonstrate here. When it comes to connecting to the internet, the Pi Zero cannot do such out of the box. That's why USB dongles such as this one work great. Just make sure it's compatible with the Raspberry Pi. I knew this one would work, and it only costs $12, so that's good enough for me. Well, now that that's all said and done, let's go ahead and get started with your Raspberry Pi Zero. Assuming that you have your card pre-written with your operating system, we can move on from here. But if you have not, and you're using Mac OS X, and you're having trouble, then you might check my other video, and I'll show you how I did it. When I created my first SD card, I remember running into a lot of problems. I tried following many different guides and watching videos, but none of them seemed to work for me, until through trial and error, I finally got it working. So here, you will see that I'm beginning to hook up all the cables, connect to a display, to power, and lastly, to a mouse. And how will you know if you wrote your SD card correctly? Well, you should see a screen similar to this one. In the beginning, your Pi's LED will blink erratically, but eventually become solid. And as you can see, the mouse is working, and sure enough, my operating system is up and running. If your Raspberry Pi is working, but your mouse is not, you may have not initially plugged it in when you powered up your Pi. Just simply reset your device. Sure, you'll probably notice, fresh installed, Raspbian doesn't have too much in the way of applications or programs to use, but you can always add more later. And it's really not too hard. All you need is a USB thumb drive. But the point is, you got it working, and you are now the proud owner of a credit card-sized computer. Well, that's it for today, but thank you for watching, and if you found this video helpful, maybe you'll comment, share, or subscribe.